Hammer Down Racing Report. And now your hosts, Scott Hammer and Ron Miller.
Welcome, race fans, to the Hammer Down Racing Report, show number 426 for Thursday, May 7th. Scott Hammer, and somewhere there's Ron Miller around here. Hold on, let's. Yeah.
Oh,
there he is.
It's an empty seat.
Yeah, well, there's somebody over there. I don't know if you can.
Oh, yeah.
You can here. We'll make him. You see him over there? He's kind of. He's in front of where your seat is. He's.
Looks like he lost some weight this week.
Yeah. Anywho, Scott Hammer, Ron Miller. Actually, it's Scott Hammer coming at you live from the Dominator Race Products studio. Ron Miller joining us live from the Ron Miller Race Products studio.
Yeah. Had a little procedure this week, so I'm kind of laying in it.
Yeah, and we do apologize. A little bit late, had some technical difficulties trying to get some audio with Ron, so we got to work it as best we can now. But tonight on the show, if you're tuning in to hear Mike Vandermark Jr., late model driver, unfortunately, this afternoon, he had to make an unexpected trip out of town for work and was not going to be available tonight, so we shifted gears. We're going to get Cale Thomase on next week, but luckily Cale is available tonight, so we're going to talk to All-Star Circuit Champion sprint car racer Cale Thomase. Won back-to-back features, winning at Attica and then at Fremont a few weeks back in April, so starting off the season pretty good. We'll be talking to him. He's leading the points there at Fremont then after one race, but still, I mean, that's good, right, Ron? I just want to make sure I can still hear you. All right, that was mean. But, also, there's a lot of breaking news tonight. Lots of breaking news. Another reason we're a little bit late here. We'll be giving away some pizza courtesy of Corner Slice Pizza.
Woo!
The pizza place formerly known as Big D's Pizza and G&J's Pizza. Corner Slice Pizza is now the new working name for the pizza place out there in Clyde. We're going to give away a large 2-item pizza for how many coming up a little bit later, as well as one of these here Speedy Sponsor stickers, courtesy of SpeedySponsors.com. And also tonight, we have the Hammer Down Race Report stickers are back. One of these bad boys, we're giving them away for new improved. Yeah, the new logo and everything. We got new graphics partner with us here, Speedy Graphics. Not quite ready for prime time yet, but up and running at least to get Hammer Down Race Report stickers. So if you want one of them and you cannot win, or you don't win, I should say, you can win, but if you haven't won, you can always buy one for just $5. Just get a hold of myself, or Scott Warner is also involved in that. Just shoot me a message, and we'll get you taken care of. In the meantime, if you'd like to win one of those, hashtag Speedy, put that in the comments of our Facebook Live, YouTube Live, or Twitch, and I will type that up here for you and put it on the screen so you can see exactly what we're looking for. And all you have to do is type that once sometime during the show here tonight before we do the drawing, and you will be entered to win. There it is. Hashtag Speedy for Speedy Graphics, our new graphics partner tonight, and you'll be entered to win a Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker, one of the very first with the new logo. So there you go. We'll do that drawing at the end of the show. Also give you the latest Hammer Down Showdown updates. That's coming up on the 26th of September, sponsored by Auto X, Speedy Sponsors, Ron Miller Race Cars, and Ohio Sports Blitz. We're still taking sponsorship opportunities for that. $50 will get you your sponsorship name on as part of that show with the Fremont Dirt Trucks taking on the Super Stocks at Oakshade Raceway on September 26th. You can go higher than $50 though. That's just the minimum to get you in. You want to put $100 in? Great. $500? Awesome. $50,000? It's going to be an awesome show if you do that. That's all I can say. So, If you have a great idea for a new podcast, but you don't know where to start, let Hammer Down Podcasting Services take the wheel. From studio rental to audio and video editing, hosting, publishing, branding, and even coaching, we provide everything you need to launch, grow, and manage your podcast like a pro. Whether you're starting from scratch or looking to level up your production, we've got the gear and guidance to bring your show to life. Go to hammerdownracingreport.com, click on Podcasting Services to get started today. And whether it's a late model, modified, or street stock, every body part counts. That's why you should choose Dominator Race Products, the go-to source for hood scoops, ultimate body panels, wheel covers, nose and tail components, body fasteners, and more, all engineered tough for the track. Order online anytime at DominatorRaceProducts.com or call 419-923-6970. You can also visit your local reputable race shop for quality parts that keep you dominating the race field. Trust Dominator Race Products. Also got to mention Oakshade Raceway, Ron Miller Race Cars, Magic Moment Entertainment, and Dittman Motorsports. And more breaking news if you haven't heard yet. Unfortunately, some family issues at family emergency at Oakshade Raceway, pushing back the start of the season a little bit more, canceling this weekend. So now the season will start May 16th at Oakshade Raceway. So that is some more breaking news, Ron. Got some racing roundup here. Talk about some stuff that happened this past weekend. Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Racing roundup.
Or what didn't happen, I should say, too. We have that. A lot of rainouts this past weekend. Attica Raceway Park in Limaland Friday canceled due to the weather. Saturday, Butler, Mansfield, Montpelier, Oakshade, all canceled due to the weather. Eldora, though, they were bound and determined to get things in, and doggone it, they did. Saturday night, Family Fun Night. Luke Hall getting the win in the USAC Midwest Thunder Midget feature. Jonathan Taylor, your UMP Modified winner, and Rob Trent picking up the win in the Super Stocks. I guess it was a little chilly there, but I talked to Craig after I think it was on Sunday. He said that the drone show was awesome.
Oh, I'll bet.
So I know they've shown it once before. I think it was during the World or something when it was on Flow. And I remember watching. I was like, yeah, it's pretty cool. But I didn't get to see what happened this past weekend. I was too cold. Flat Rock
You're talking about Craig. What happened to him? I saw he didn't finish.
He had a late night, I guess, the night before, so he wasn't really prepared. I guess he got a call late Friday night that Taylor's rap, Taylor Huff now, formerly Taylor Dittman, she had a cool rap with some characters that the kids would like. So I think it was Friday night at like 8 o'clock. He had to drive out to Wasion, pick up the rap, come back, put the rap on the car. So he didn't get to bed till real late on Saturday, or probably Saturday morning, be my guess. So he was a little bit behind the eight ball there, and I'm not exactly sure what happened to him during the feature there. But anywho, other action. Flat Rock Speedway, they got things in on Saturday night. Brian Burkaker getting the win in the Outlaw Super Late Models. Greg Stude, Street Stock feature winner, and Billy Early getting the win in the figure eights. Some names we're familiar with there up at Flat Rock. High Tech Oils Toowoomba Speedway, Saturday rained out. Was that, you had that video that we shared on the Hammer Down Facebook where the cars were taking the parade lap. They were four wide coming down the front stretch and just started sliding down to the inside.
There was a whole lot of bent up sheet metal.
Yeah. Was that Toowoomba?
I think it was.
Your skeleton just fell.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Get off their bones.
Yeah. So anyway, rained out there. High Tech Oils, Toowoomba Speedway on Saturday. But Sunday action did get in. Kai Blight, former guest on the show, picking up the win. Late models. Seton Young, your V8 modified winner. And then Flow Racing Night in America this past week here. Tuesday night, LaSalle Speedway postponed last night at Spoon River. Brandon Shepard leading that race. Some pretty good racing there. I guess they had a lot of rain the night before or the day before, and track was in pretty decent condition for that. I don't think Bobby Pierce was happy with it.
Back to Toowoomba, Scott. Yeah. That was the national championship race.
Okay.
That was a big deal for Kai Blight.
Well, hopefully, do we know if he's coming back to the States this year?
I would hope.
Yeah. Other action, Valvoline American Late Model Ironman Series, the West Virginia Motor Speedway event on Sunday. Drake Troutman getting the win there. He made the 13-hour trip from Saturday's World of Outlaw Late Model race in Wisconsin and led all 40 laps. So quite a haul from Wisconsin to West Virginia for a one-day trip there, but he made it worth his while. World of Outlaws Late Model Series action, the Dairyland Showdown, Mississippi Thunder Speedway. Thursday, Bobby Pierce getting the win. Friday was Nick Hoffman and Ryan Gustin, the Reaper there on Saturday, your winner. World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series action, the Hartford Hustle at Sharon Speedway Saturday was canceled. The Tuesday night event, the Gettysburg Clash at Lincoln Speedway, our buddy Buddy Kofoid picking up the win there.
Yay.
Interstate Battery High Limit Racing Series, the Stockyard Stampede at Texas Motor Speedway last Thursday night, won by Kyle Larson. He had a decent weekend last weekend. Saturday night's action, Aaron Reitzel getting the win there. NASCAR action over the weekend, Craftsman Truck Series, the SpeedyCash.com 250 at Texas Motor Speedway. Hurricane Hocevar getting the win, otherwise known as Carson Hocevar. He was racing last night in the Flow Racing Night in America, and he did not do well.
Oh.
He did. I don't think he didn't make the feature. I think he finished last in the B main. Yeah, I guess he made a wrong adjustment there. Riley Series on Saturday. Andy's Frozen Cup 340 at Texas Motor Speedway. Kyle Larson getting another win this past weekend. Cup Series action Sunday. The Worth 400 at Texas Motor Speedway. Chase Elliott, your winner there. So that's all the action from this past weekend. A lot of rainouts. Hopefully not the same story coming up this weekend. We got Cale Thomase standing by. We'll get to him momentarily. Ron, I don't have to hang up on you, so he's connected with videos.
Oh, good.
Again, if you're just joining us, Ron had a procedure, I guess we're saying, earlier this week, unable to make the long 5-minute trip over here to the studio, so he's connected with us remotely. Hopefully we'll get you back in the studio next week.
I'm thinking we'll be okay.
Okay. Oakshade Raceway is gearing up for an exciting 2026 race season. The season kicks off. I haven't even updated this yet since that news coming out that this weekend's canceled, but it's now going to be opening weekend will be the 16th of May with the 1200 to win Sportsman Mod Show. That'll be highlighting that event. Also coming up at Oakshade this year, the Barney Oldfield race featuring a whole day of Barney Oldfield festivities. American Late Model Ironman Series action that night. That's going to be on June 20th. And, of course, the always popular 10,000 to win Summer National Birthday Race. That's July 11th. You can check out the full schedule. Stay up to date on race dates, news, and announcements by visiting OakshadeRaceway.com and following Oakshade Raceway on social media. Oakshade Raceway, where the fastest meet to race. And if you're looking for a wedding or event DJ you can trust, Magic Moment Entertainment has you covered. With decades of experience, Ronberg delivers smooth planning, professional-grade sound and lighting, and an unforgettable experience for your big day. Mention the Hammer Down Racing Report and save $100 off your reception DJ service, or any DJ service, really. There are no hidden fees, no mileage charges, no lighting fees, and full liability coverage is always included. Serving Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, and Kentucky, Magic Moment Entertainment is ready to make your event truly magical. Call 419-594-2261. Or find them on Facebook under Magic Moment Entertainment or Ohio Sports Blitz. And
Dan Gearing, my surgeon would probably be highly PO'd, but Scott might like it.
Say that again?
Oh, well, Dan Gearing offered a go-kart at Palmyra.
Oh, knock the cobwebs off. I have two go-karts.
I don't think I'm ready.
You're not quite ready? No. You can't even make the drive over here. I can't imagine you in a go-kart. Let's bring in our guest here tonight. Let's bring him up. Cale, how's it going?
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm doing all right.
Good. First, I want to say thank you for being able to join us on such short notice here tonight. I had to do some quick reshuffling of the schedules here, so thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we're planning on next week, but I'm not busy, so don't have to travel too far for this weekend.
What we got? Kokomo this weekend.
Kokomo Speedway, Indiana race for me, so should be good.
All right. Well, you're from was it Fairfield, Indiana?
Fairland.
I was close.
Grew up. Yeah. Uh, went to Triton Central High School there, and now I live in Greenfield on 70. So.
Okay, I'm not
Mhm.
familiar. What big city is that closest to?
Indianapolis is about 30
Okay.
minutes away,
All
right there, straight up. So just a little on the, I'm on the east side, so I'm closer to Ohio in general.
Speaking of that, I'll start out with that since you mentioned it here. I was doing some emergency prep because I wasn't quite ready for having you on the show tonight, but I saw that you are the #1 rated sprint car driver in the state of Ohio right now, just in front of Cap Henry, according to SprintCarRatings.com. I mean, you've had a pretty good start to the season, haven't you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I didn't know that, but when you win 2 out of your 3 races to start the year and they're all in Ohio, then you're probably going to be rated pretty good.
Yeah, wins at Attica and then at Fremont as well. Was that your last race then?
Yeah, we were supposed to run with the Outlaws last week, and we got rained out.
Canceled, yeah, that's right. So what do you attribute your early season success to with those wins at Fremont and Attica?
I think just going for one, you got to go to you got to race to win. But I think as far as the team and me as a driver, I think I have a lot of laps there. The team has a lot of laps there, and when you work with a team and not join a team at the start of a season, you build that relationship. And so we built that relationship last year. So when you end on a good note, really at both of those tracks, but just winning the championship in general with the All Stars, and then we did good at Charlotte with a 12th place with a lot of good teams down there. You have momentum, so definitely had a lot of confidence coming into this year. Obviously, the first race of the year didn't go exactly how I wanted, but an 8th place, and you take it on the racetrack that we were given for sure. Rubber down on the bottom. So yeah, the last 2 races have been good, and I think actually the first time I've went back to back wins in a sprint car.
You mentioned winning the championship last year, Rudzik Racing, the owner champion. You finished, I believe, second, just behind Cap Henry in driver points for the All Stars. So this is your second season, I guess, again with this team, but not the first time you've worked with them. You've actually had a little stint with them before last year as well, right?
Yeah, it was Caleb, not Cap Henry, but
was it? Okay.
Both they get confusing. Both are very good drivers. Yeah, so I missed that race at the beginning of last year. So the team was there, so then I wasn't, and so then we just kind of ended, but luckily the owner's points is what paid. So yeah, what was it? Oh, Retzik. Yeah, this is actually my 3rd stint technically.
Third.
I actually filled in for Ohio Speed Week with them in 2021, I believe, somewhere around there. 2020, I think it's 2020, 21. And yeah, just ran Ohio Speed Week for them. I think 5 races. And then yeah, we had a stint in, a couple years later after that. It's kind of all blending together, honestly. It's kind of getting confusing what years are what. We were just talking about it last week, actually. But yeah, Speed Week was just kind of a fill-in thing. I think they lost Tim Schaefer during that kind of split or whatever. And then the next stint I had with them, they were kind of going through drivers, and we had a little bit of success, but just they wanted to go a different direction, and I think we never really hurt the relationship ever. It was just like they just wanted to do something different. So we were actually planning on racing together to start the year last year, and then that's when I got the call for the 1A for Shark Racing. That didn't go how I planned it, and then they were racing with Trey Jacobs at the time, and I wasn't talking to them at all. I was actually getting other rides and making other plans, and they separated, so it just kind of opened back up to what we originally planned on.
Did I see that Shark Racing is pretty much ceasing their operations?
Yeah, that's what I saw. I saw Ashton's post, and then I saw Dana's post. So uh, it's unfortunate, besides the racing, because racing in general is hard. I can't imagine, losing my dad and then wanting to keep
Yeah.
on racing, honestly. So just prayers and respect out to Shark Racing for sure.
Now, do you feel that with all this experience you've had with Ruzick Racing and being with them for a full solid year last year and continuing into this year, do you feel that you guys have fully gelled as a team and you guys can finish each other's sentences at this point?
No, honestly, no, but
No.
it definitely helps. I think you always this sport, like I just said, it's very difficult. So you never can be, I always say it, don't get too high on the highs and don't get too low on the lows. Well, I try not to get low, and then now I'm on this high, and you got to respect what you're doing. You got to respect sprint cars. You got to respect that this sport's tough, and just what you're doing doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work the next race, or you always got to be ready and stuff. And a great example is I look and respect Rico and Ricky Warner, and they're not doing probably what their expectation is right now, and that just goes to show how tough it is after their amazing year they had last year.
So right now you're running 8th in the All-Star Circuit of Champion points, but it's very early in the season, so I don't know if that really means anything to you at this point, but I would have to guess the expectations have to be very high for this year after the Owners' Championship last year and finishing second in Drivers' Points. Will you guys settle for anything less than an All-Star Championship this year?
No.
All right.
No, unless I evened out and won 10 races and then got second somehow, winning 10 races. But that's my goal and expectations, especially after winning 2 races already. I want to get to double digits, and I want to win the championship.
And that's something that a lot of the drivers we talk to say they'd rather have the wins than the championship. Is that same for you?
It's tough to win championships. It's tough to win races, but it's tougher to win championships. Both of them, correlate, but I would take a World of Outlaw championship and 2 wins over winning 15 times and not winning the championship. Because I haven't been doing my math lately, but I think there's only 10 Outlaw champions ever. And that's speaks volumes, because there's probably quite a few winners of a race. So I would definitely rather be a champion.
And you'd like to add your name to that list, go down the history.
Yeah, exactly. But as far as All-Stars, I assume the All-Star, I always talk about Outlaw champion, but All-Stars, it's a tight list too, honestly. So there's definitely less champions than there are winners.
Now, when we last... go ahead, Ron.
Thanks. I've watched a few sprint car shows this year, and the races seem to be kind of bottom side dominant. Is that something that sprint cars are doing, or is it just the weather?
It's just the weather. If you're speaking in general in the sport, I think it's kind of been. I think the racing's been pretty good. I mean, you can't complain too much from what I've seen high limit and outlaw wise. And then if you're talking about Ohio specifically, including my wins, the first race at Attica, they were scared of rain. I think they had it sealed over too much, and then it just ended up taking rubber on the bottom. And then the last 2 races that I won at Attica, it was very fast all night, and then it kind of spread out. But yeah, most people were dominant on the bottom, and that's ultimately where I ran. And then same with Fremont. I've never seen anything like that, to be honest. That was the maximum amount of water a racetrack can take, where it's almost on the unsafe side of racing. But tracks have had so many rainouts, and teams have had so many rainouts that racers race. So yeah, it's it'll start changing here soon. As soon as we start getting normal temperature, summer temperatures, Attica, Fremont, all over the country, we'll start looking back to normal for sure.
Can you work on dialing that up for us, the forecast? It's been pretty bad.
You and me both. I obviously I just won on 2 cowboy up wet racetracks, but I would like to think of myself as a slick track specialist. So yeah, but I like as long as you're racing, like racy, and there's multiple grooves, I'm usually happy no matter what.
Awesome. Any plans? I guess what are your plans outside of All-Star competition this year, as far as hitting different tracks, maybe different series?
Obviously, when the Outlaws or High Limit come to town, there's the big shows like the Kings Royal and the Tuscarora 50, and then possibly the Knoxville Nationals. And we might even, talked about, we had a couple weeks open specifically after Ohio Speed Week that are open, kind of wide open for us to go somewhere. And we talked about going to Knoxville and getting some laps in there. So I think just kind of play it by ear. Obviously, the championship and running the All-Stars is number one. So you don't want to put anything like that in jeopardy, tearing equipment up or blowing motors. But, just definitely hit the big stuff, and we'll just kind of be flexible after that for sure.
What about those big races next week at Fremont and Attica, the couple 20,000 to win shows?
I believe the Fremont one is an all-star race, so we have to be there. So I will be there. And then, yeah, if it goes well, we should be at Attica on Thursday. And I don't know what's the rest of the weekend. Eldora. So yeah, I think that's all on the agenda for us for sure.
Well, see, you wouldn't have been able to be on the show next week if you're running at Attica next Thursday.
Was it Thursday? Okay. Yeah, I would have had to cancel on you.
So see, this works out better then. All right.
Yeah.
So especially with the mojo.
What's that?
I say especially with the mojo.
With the mojo? Oh, yeah, that's right. We have that deal where our guests go on to win their next race. So obviously, hopefully that'll carry you through to Kokomo, but we'll see.
That'd be cool.
So you've raced with some of the best drivers in the country, sprint car drivers. Who are some of the drivers that you kind of looked up to as you were a younger driver and kind of coming up through the ranks?
Probably number one, my favorite driver. I was a big Jeff Gordon fan. So then, he had the Pepsi 24 car, and then we went to the Kings Royal, and Darren Pittman had a Pepsi car. I thought it was Jeff Gordon, and it wasn't, and it was Darren Pittman. And he ended up winning, and then that ended up being my favorite driver. So it was cool rooting for him, and then him going to KKR. I enjoyed all that whole stint, and then I ended up driving against him and being a competitor and a friend of his. So definitely cool to do that. And same with this guy. Always looked up to this guy, Steve Kinzer, and got to race with him on his farewell tour, and actually got to pass him there. So definitely cool. And then obviously a lot of respect for Donnie Schatz and what he's done in the sport for sure. And I try to make my racecraft definitely around him. And any good driver, you always take things from each driver. Usually a driver's good at certain things, so you always want to try to take what you can from each one and be better from it.
Put all those pieces together and become one super driver.
Exactly. You try to do your best Kyle Larson impression. So,
and that's probably the answer to my next question. Maybe I was going to say, who would you say right now is the best sprint car driver in the country?
Right
besides
now,
yourself,
currently.
Obviously.
Yeah, but you said right now. I didn't.
Right
you didn't
now,
say. You didn't say in general. You didn't say in general. Right now.
Right now.
Buddy Kofoid looks good. Buddy
does.
Kofoid looks good. I honestly, I think I'd say Buddy Kofoid right now. Mm-hmm. All the respect to Dave. all the respect to David, but there's something in the car, him driving. I think he just needs to, realize he has the fastest car and he has a good team, and I think he's gonna start clicking off some good finishes like he just did at Lincoln.
And he's one of those drivers that he's from California, I think, that came to Ohio and kind of made a name for themselves racing here in the Ohio area, and has gone on to bigger and better things.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's always funny. You always, wish the best for other drivers, and you feel like you try to set yourself at a high level and, compete. And, when I competed against Buddy and Carson, I, felt like I could beat them on any given night in Ohio. And, it's, gives me hope, obviously, that, the way I raced them and, competed against them, that I could, be on a tour too one day. So definitely just keep on working and, striving for that. But it's definitely cool to see. I think PA is obviously always thought that it's the toughest as far as competition, but sometimes I think the tracks are just harder in general. And, obviously Ohio makes a lot of really good drivers too.
Just speaking of that, we had Zane Duvald on a few weeks back, and we were talking about the Pennsylvania posse, the Ohio drivers, and now there's quite a group of Indiana drivers, such as yourself as well. Is there an Indiana posse forming?
I think you always, I always try to, root for the Indiana guys or even the Ohio guys, since I'm kind of an Ohio guy, but we don't have a local scene, so we don't really count. I mean, I don't know. I feel like an Ohio guy. I don't feel like an Indiana guy, but that's just how it is.
I'll accept that. We'll take you as a Ohioan then. Yeah. I race over in Indiana sometimes too, so I mean,
yeah. We'll just this weekend is my chance. So I gotta protect home turf. But I race the same amount of times as everyone that's showing up this weekend as they do at these tracks. So definitely tougher to perform. But I've actually had success at Kokomo, so definitely looking forward to it.
Is this a 2-day show this weekend?
Yeah, and it's a high limit all-star collab.
Oh, that's right.
So,
so that's gonna I'm guessing that's gonna raise the competition level just a little bit. Does that make you? Well, you're a professional. I was going to ask if that intimidates you at all, but I'm sure it probably doesn't.
Makes me excited. When you have more competition, it's going to be more difficult to perform. So you definitely look at it as a time to, build points. That's what I'm looking forward to. So definitely you get 2 good finishes, solid finishes, even if they're not even top 5s, and you might be looking at leading the all-star points after this weekend. So definitely important to try to, race good and race on a high note. I've actually set quick time there with high limit before in the J. Kaiser 23 car. So I like that track. I'm pretty good at that track. So definitely with what we've been doing with the car, I think will translate well at Kokomo for sure.
Awesome. So how does the points work out for that co-sanction event? Do you get points for both series?
I guess so. I know the all-stars, you get points, and then the high limit, I feel like anyone that shows up gets points. So yeah, it's not like we're going to go run high limit or anything, even if we got high limit points, but
so you're just concerned about the all-star points, obviously.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about points is building all-star points for sure. Yeah, but it's not show up. It's legit, and I think we both get. They didn't really talk about it. I guess we both get provisionals, I assume, so we'll see.
Looking forward to that. Actually, with me having the weekend off, I might have to watch some of that. Last time we had you on, it was back in 2023, and you had mentioned something about starting a candle business. Did that happen? What's the status with that?
Yeah, it did happen. I started a candle business, and I did a lot of, I did custom candles for a lot of different people. I did Mother's Day candles. I did wedding candles. I did like a, wedding party candle. So I did all kinds of stuff, made personal candles. But I just had a lot of life stuff happening. And I just, you get busy and then you decide what's important. And it was a fun like hobby that I made money doing, but it was something that I didn't really want to pursue much further than that, especially when you do stuff like racing at a high level. A lot of your time's taken up, training or doing other stuff in life. I bought a house, so it's just you just don't have time for stuff. You realize what's important in life, So I have been thinking though about doing something because I still have all the stuff of doing some kind of racetrack candle because I do collab with Zach Hampton. We both have a T-shirt trailer for this year, and he's running the All Stars as well. So definitely thought about doing some kind of candle and selling it at the racetrack. Might as well, along with the merch and stuff.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Can you make candles in like the shapes of drivers' numbers?
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, I would guess I would use like if I were to pour it, I would pour it in like a birthday cake. There's
Okay.
probably a birthday cake pour with a number, and you honestly could do that. But yeah, I've been thinking about like campfire s'mores. I had a cool name for a racetrack candle, but that would be like campfire s'mores. But yeah, I just thought about just doing different types of racing candles. They make like racing fuel smell and burnt tire smell. I didn't know about those if
That's
I wanted to
awesome.
do that kind of stuff, but more for the ladies, honestly, and even the guys. I mean, I like candles, so but definitely like something else for people to look forward to, or just make girls interested in racing. Sometimes their families probably drag them to races and they're not interested in anything, but then they see a cool shirt or a cool candle, and that's fun for different all kinds of people.
I'd be interested in the burnt tire or the racing fuel candle. Those would be awesome.
Yeah.
So the Cale Thomas candles is kind of on hold or just kind of off to the side. It's there if you want to come
Yeah, I
back
mean,
to
if,
it.
if someone wants to hit me up and they give me a good proposition, I'll send her off. But yeah, it was just a lot of work, and it wasn't getting much traction, which is fine, and it's just part of it. So yeah, I have tons of other business ideas that I always am thinking about. So yeah, I have enough time for those ideas for sure.
But the racing, that's the top priority, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Racing
It's
and
always
family.
Yeah, always. Yeah, I mean, my dad still he comes every weekend, and he actually a very integral part of the team. So they love him there, and he's a big help. We have a crew chief, so he's not the crew chief. Usually, he is the crew chief everywhere I go, but he's more like a team coordinator, as I would call him. So keeps all the relationships and everyone's jobs. He's just kind of the glue for everybody. So it's really cool what he does, and always see him every weekend.
So what sponsors do you have supporting you this year on the 49X car?
Rudzik Excavating, obviously, they out of Youngstown or Struthers, Ohio, I should say. Centerline Boring, Tommy's been coming to the races, so that's been really cool. They're a big help. Smith Titanium, titanium products, and great stuff. Kistler Racing Engines and just Kistler in general. England Machine and Tool, injection and getting us lined out with fueling. BRS Factory Cane Shocks by Berryman, huge help, and always good to see him at the racetrack. He's a local Attica Fremont guy. AL Driveline, Maxim Chassis, um, Y-Town Powder Coating. Yeah, I could just keep going. My personal sponsors as SFE Services were in the hat. Bell Helmets, K1 Race Gear. Uh, yeah. There's so many guys. I just appreciate everybody's help, and it's what's able to make us go for sure. So definitely helps, especially with these gas prices and tire prices and just everything prices. So I appreciate all their support and help for sure.
good thing you sprint car guys have those big wings. Otherwise, I don't know where you'd put all those sponsors.
Yeah, we're I mean, we're a marketer's dream. Honestly, we're rolling billboards. So that's what that's what I always say. And yeah, definitely. That's something I want. I keep striving and working towards is involving more people in the sport that don't know about the sport or could know about the sport. I feel like honestly everyone has something to do with racing some point in their family. You'd be surprised. You could just talk to anyone and oh yeah, I have a cousin that does so and so. And I think with the streaming and the exposure, it's a big deal. And I think it's more of a point of emphasis for me as a driver to reach those audiences for sure.
And especially now with some of those high limit races being simulcast on FS1, getting even more of an audience there. That probably wouldn't see it.
Yeah, so. Exactly. I mean, from the TV stuff, what High Limit's doing, and then just flow in general, and then the NASCAR scene, that we need. And then, they're wanting to be involved with us too. I think it's a symbiotic relationship for sure.
Merchandise. You mentioned your merch trailer. Is there any other way to get Cale Thomase merchandise?
Yeah, I'm sure I have a website. You can find it on my social media, Cale Thomase 91, or I think if you just type in shop Cale Thomase, it'll come up. I have a Shopify website, and I got t-shirts, sweatshirts, got the new design for the year. So we have a limited supply of the baby blue t-shirts. So it was a limited edition specialty. So I think we're out of like mediums and larges, but we got like smalls and 2X, I think, left or something like that. So get them while they're hot.
On the wall hoodies and on the wall classic tees.
Yep. On the wall. That was our designed by Blaine Deward out of North Carolina.
Yep. Just type in shop Cale Thomase and it came right up. So there you go.
Yes,
Cale, again, we appreciate you coming on here with short notice and giving us some time here tonight. And again, hopefully you'll be racing next Thursday at the John Boers anniversary, the 20,000 win over at Attica. That's an unsanctioned race, so there could be a lot of people there, especially with the big all-star race. What is that? That's the 75th anniversary of Fremont on Tuesday.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a lot of, I don't know about outlaw guys. I get confused on what they're allowed to do or not allowed to do, but I think we might have a lot of high limit guys for sure.
That'll be awesome. So you're going to be busy for the next week, I'm guessing. Good luck this weekend at Kokomo. Get the wins, get a couple wins, make us look good too.
Yep, for sure. Hopefully keep the streak alive for you.
All right. Thanks, Cale. You take care and good luck this weekend.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, guys.
Yep, we'll see you. There you go, Cale Thomase. All-Star Circuit of Champions racer there, preparing for Kokomo this weekend. He's got a couple wins already this year, one at Attica, one at Fremont, and looking forward to seeing him race this weekend and hopefully next week as well. So, are you still there, Ron? Just want to make sure.
Oh, I'm not.
Okay. You're so far away. It's so weird. Speaking of Ron, before we get to that, though, I want to mention we will be giving away that pizza from Corner Slice Pizza coming up shortly here, as well as hashtag Speedy in the comments for our Hammer Down Racer Report sticker, courtesy of Speedy Graphics. We'll do that drawing at the conclusion of the show. And now the part about Ron Miller Race Cars. If you need car parts, repairs, or a full-on build, whether it's a race car, classic cruiser, or just a broken bolt that won't budge, Ron Miller Race Cars in Lambertville, Michigan has the tools, talent, and experience to get you back on track. Over 200 years of experience, give or take a few. Ron's crew can handle it all: bodywork, transmission, chassis repair, custom build, safety gear, performance parts. Give Ron a call, 734-856-7223, and see why racers and car lovers alike trust Ron Miller Race Cars, driven by experience, built for performance. And you got a crew that'll keep you going there even while you're limited with what you can do here while you're recovering.
They've been knocking stuff out all week.
Okay. Let's check out our racing news here. We got a little bit of racing news to get through before we do our giveaways here tonight.
Latest racing news.
Starting off with some sad news. Two-time IndyCar Series champion Alex Zanardi passed away this past Friday. He was just 59 years old. Winner of 15 IndyCar races and the championship in 97 and 98, Zanardi inspired millions around the world following a horrific accident at Europe Speedway, Lausitz in Germany. That's the name of it, Europe Speedway Lausitz. In September of 2001, it resulted in the Italian driver having both his legs amputated. 20 months later, in May of 2003, he made an emotional return to that same place, drove 13 laps at speed in a Renard IndyCar fitted with hand controls to, quote, finish the race, the one that he had the horrific accident in. The experience inspired Zanardi to return to auto racing full-time, where driving for BMW, he scored 4 sports car wins in the World Touring Car Championship between 2005 and 2009. He then took on the new challenge of hand cycling and won his division in 2011 won his division in the 2011 New York Marathon before earning 4 gold and 2 silver medals in the 2012 and 2016 Paralympic Games. He passed away peacefully at home the evening of May 1st in the company of his wife Daniela and son Nicolo. 59 years old, man. That sucks.
Darn young.
Yeah. Attica Raceway Park and Fremont Speedway are celebrating anniversaries this year. For Fremont Speedway, it's the 75th anniversary of the track, and for Attica Raceway Park, it's promoter John Bohr's 20th anniversary of promoting the track. Both are working together for a fantastic bonus that could reward one race team with $50,000. We'll do the math for you. Fremont Speedway has $20,000 to win. Anniversary special on Tuesday. That's the All-Star race we were just talking about. That's this coming Tuesday. And then Thursday, Attica Raceway that's next Thursday, has a $20,000 to win event, the John Bohr's anniversary. Both are supporting a $10,000 bonus if one driver wins both events. So you get the $20,000 win at Fremont, the $20,000 win at Attica, and you're going to get an additional $10,000. That's some incentive there. What?
That's a good week's work.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. On Sunday, the NASCAR Cup Series raced at Texas Motor Speedway, and on Tuesday, NASCAR issued a big penalty for actions during the race. I did not get to see the race, unfortunately, but apparently Ryan Preece stated over the team radio that he was, quote, done with him, referring to Ty Gibbs. Later in the race, Preece found his bumper and put him into the wall. Ryan Preece has been issued a 25-point penalty by NASCAR. Additionally, he's been issued a $50,000 fine.
That's a thing.
Yeah. And then last week we reported that Shannon Babb getting penalized for that tire test.
Right.
And I have his response to that announcement of the penalty that he got. That was a pretty hefty penalty. It was like $11,000 or something like that.
Right.
His response on the tire altering penalty is this: the World of Outlaws ruling on the tire sample taken from Saturday night's Illini 100 at Farmer City Raceway is unfortunate, to say the least. The tire was a National Late Model 2 that we purchased from the tire truck at Farmer City Raceway at 3 p.m. on Saturday, April 11th. We cleaned our tire with a degreaser and wiped it off to remove the factory mold release coating from the tire. If we would have washed it off and not wiped it off, it would have been okay. This resulted in the tire not meeting the benchmark. We were honest with the World of Outlaws on the degreaser used to clean the tire, and the test results that came back confirmed the components of that degreaser. We have always raced with integrity and take pride in how we present our racing team and represent our sponsors. We accept the penalty, respect the rules, and hope the sanctioning bodies continue to follow their policies and rules for all dirt late model competitors. Shannon Babb Racing will have no further comment on this matter, and we are looking forward to continuing our 2026 racing season.
That's a pretty stand-up reply.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a good reply. I like that. Their PR team did a good job on this one. I approve. This week in motorsports history, Jacques Villeneuve, on this date, actually back in 1995, won his first IndyCar race at Road America and went on to win the 1995 Indy 500. He then won the Formula One World Championship a couple years later in 1997. And back in 2000, on May 12th, Adam Petty was killed in a practice crash at New Hampshire, which was the first of multiple fatalities in a short span during 2000 to 2001. That was a crazy time. Yeah. And that is your This Week in Motorsports History and your racing news. So we're going to give away some stuff momentarily.
Associate producer John Young says RFK is appealing that decision.
Oh, about the Ryan Priest thing. I did read that. Yes, I did see that. I'm sorry. I didn't have my comments on, so I see that now. Dittman Motorsports delivers the performance parts racers need when they need them, from the shop to the racetrack. They keep you moving with everything from complete motors and carburetors to race-ready cars and dirt trucks, backed by expert advice and proven high-quality components. Dittman Motorsports helps keep you competitive and chasing wins. Don't wait until race day to find the right parts or your next motor. Call 419-283-8580 or visit DittmanMotorsports.com. Dittman Motorsports, your track side advantage. And this week we do have a Hammer Down hotline text that we received. Yeah, and it's actually for you too. Before we get to it, here's that number, 419-318-3081. Call or text anytime, day or night. And anything racing related on your mind you want to share with us, feel free to do so. This one's kind of racing related, I guess. It's show related, because we keep trying to retire the Hammer Down hotline, but every once in a while something sneaks through, just like this one. Ron Miller will retire before the hotline goes away.
Wonder if somebody wants to put money on that.
Oh, wait a minute. What are you saying?
Retirement ain't happening anytime soon.
All right. Okay. Will you be in a truck at all this year? A dirt truck?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Just making sure. So retirement is not coming this year then. Let's do some How Many and give away some pizza from the pizza place formerly known as Big D's Pizza, but now known as Corner Slice Pizza. Yeah.
How many?
So last week's How Many was how many 410s, 305s, and dirt trucks would be at Fremont on Saturday. 78. Wait, that was from 2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Why didn't I update that? Am I an idiot?
That's producer Dave. It's his fault.
Well, yeah, I'll blame him, even though it was me. I think I forgot to update that because of this week has been so freaking crazy. Yeah, that's the same one as last week. So I didn't look and see who the winner was from last week's How Many, which was actually, and this one's going to be, I think we got to do a wheel spin here, don't we? Because last week's was how many sprints and late models were going to be at Mansfield on Saturday. And you know what that number was?
It would be a 0.
It was 0, and I think we had quite a few people guess 0. And in my haste of doing things, I forgot to update that. So that's on me. I'll take full responsibility on that. I'm trying to think if I want
You're headed to the woodshed, boy.
Do I want to waste the time and put that together right now?
We can tell them that.
Or maybe I can get producer Dave. Are you busy? You want to look through the comments from last week's show and the YouTube? I'll check Spotify and see if anybody's on there and create a wheel of names for me to spin, or for you to spin, actually. Oh, he's looking disgruntled, but he's moving. We're making producer Dave work. If only you could see him.
You're interrupting his night.
All right. Well, we'll get back to that. Well, Dave puts that together because I'm sure there's going to be quite a few. And in the meantime, I do want to check because Spotify does have, we do have entries in there. I want to see if anybody put in anything in Spotify. So I will check that while he checks everything else because he's awesome like that. That's what producer Dave is for, right? Oh, this is making me do some weird stuff. So, all right.
He makes the big.
So in the meantime, before we get to, I guess we could do this week's How Many, the one for this week before we give our winner. How's that? Should we do that? And then we'll come back to the other stuff. I had a little ping come through when you just said something.
Not just the air.
I don't know what you said, so I'm just going to keep going.
Oh.
We're going to do the How Many for this week. We'll get back to the winner for this week's How Many. But next week's How Many is going to be, and this is a math one for you, and it has to do with sprint cars, all sprint cars. 3 different tracks, though, this weekend. How many 410s will be at Attica Friday night, plus how many 410s at Fremont on Saturday night, plus how many 410s at Butler on Saturday night? So 2 Saturday night tracks and 1 Friday night track. All 410s. How many total 410s will there be? And Ron, I don't remember if you won or wait. I guess I do know who won because I wrote down. No, you picked 58 for last week, and I picked 59. So you were actually the winner of the Mansfield one. That part's easy. I could figure that one out. So Ron, you get to pick first.
Friday's question was 92.
92? All right. Then I'm going to go with, we got a weekend weather pit stop coming up, right? Forecast this weekend?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with 91.
Yep.
See, Doug Frost he's the first one I see putting their guess in the comments here. And he's only got 78, so I'm liking my chances. If you want a chance to win a large 2-topping pizza from Corner Slice Pizza in Clyde at 808 North Main Street in Clyde, 419-547-1444 is the number. Just put in your guess in the comments of our Facebook Live, YouTube Live, or on Spotify. And if if I'm not an idiot next week, we will have the winner for you prepared ahead of time. As far as that goes. And we'll give you until, 4 o'clock on Saturday? Sound good? Well, no, because then they'll know how many were at Attica.
Yeah, no, it's got to be before Attica.
All right, 5 o'clock on Friday, so it's early cutoff. So if you're listening to us on Spotify, you have until 5 o'clock to put your guess in the comments of Spotify or find our Facebook Live or the YouTube Live. There's quite a few zeros I'm seeing there. That's I don't know about that because that's there is, I don't know. Yeah, that may not be bad. I shouldn't. I'm not even going to express an opinion because I haven't watched the forecast in a while. But that's all.
The crazy thing is that it keeps changing.
Yeah. Today was nice. I thought it was supposed to rain a little bit today, but it wasn't too bad. So we shall see. Dave, did you? Are you done with putting all that together already? Just say yes or no, or shake your head. I can only see your arm. No? Are you going to put it together? Oh, he's not going to do it. Dave! Killing me, man. All right, we may have to make a special video right after this, after the show to determine the winner. Dean says they're calling for rain all weekend. So you have until 5 o'clock on Friday to get your guess in for that. In the meantime, let's do our weekend race menu and tell you all the great stuff that's on the menu for this weekend as far as racing goes. I clicked it. Nothing happened. We'll try again.
This weekend's racing menu.
Nothing's working, Ron. Nothing's working tonight. All right. Friday, tomorrow night, May 8th, Lima Land Motorsports Park is going to try and get things going. The Mike Stryker Memorial featuring the USAC Midwest Thunder Midgets, UMP Modifieds, and Thunderstocks. Gates open at 5, racing at 7:30. General admission $15 there. Attica Raceway Park, it's Norwalk Concrete, Palmer Brothers Concrete, RPM Performance, Bucyrus Road Materials Night. It's almost longer than the line of what's actually racing there. AFCS 410 sprints, UMP late models, and AFCS 305 sprints. Gates open at 5, racing at 7:45. General admission, $22 there at Attica on Friday. Saturday, Flat Rock Speedway. It's Autograph Day, featuring the Outlaw Super late models, street stocks, and figure eights. Gates open at 1:30, so this one's early. Racing at 4 p.m. Remember Flat Rock doing the first few shows earlier in the day, so racing will start at 4 p.m. Don't be late if you plan on going to Flat Rock. That is Saturday there. General admission $16. Also Saturday, it's Ohio Truck Sales Remembering the 70s Legends Autograph Signing Night at Fremont Speedway. Are you going to be there? Are you making the trip out there, or are you going to stay home this weekend?
I'll be watching on TV.
Okay, so remembering that you're not going to be one of the 70s legends that they're remembering then.
I'm highly mobile right now.
Okay, fair enough. AFCS 410 sprints, AFCS 305 sprints of the dirt trucks in action at Fremont. Gates open at 4, racing at 7. General admission $20. Montpelier Speedway, Run for the Roses going on there with the UMP Modified Super Stock, Street Stocks, and Hornets. Gates open at 4, racing at 7. General admission $15. Oakshade Raceway canceled for this weekend due to a family emergency, so the season opener will have to wait one more week for Oakshade. Wayne County Speedway scheduled to be back in action this week. Both Wayne County and Fremont were off last weekend. Wayne County is the Mother's Day special with the OVSCA Sprints, UMP late models, UMP Modified, Super Stocks, and Sport Compacts. Gates open at 3, racing at 7:15. General admission $20 there at Wayne County. And Butler going to try and get their season underway this weekend as well, with their opening night with the 410 sprints, UMP Modified, Street Stocks, and 4 cylinders. Gates open at 4, racing at 7:30. General admission is $15. Ron, what is the weather looking like this weekend? What's our weekend weather pit stop?
God, it changes hour by hour. I really can't tell you right now definitively. There's two fronts that are competing. I don't know, crapshoot.
So what happens if we get the cars going and the vortex going? That'll work? Always work. All right. Other action this weekend, the high-tech oils Toowoomba Speedway in Australia hosting the Wingless Queensland title, featuring 360L sprint cars, speed cars, and production sedans. That's going to be Saturday night. The Napa Auto Parts All-Star Circuit of Champions and Interstate Batteries High Limit Series. It's the Driven to Save Lives Brian Clausen Hero Classic at Kokomo Speedway in Kokomo, Indiana. That's going to be Friday and Saturday night. And, of course, our guest tonight, Cale Thomase, competing in that. So definitely have to keep an eye out for that. American Late Model Ironman Series action at Atomic Speedway. That's going to be Saturday night. Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, the Farmer City 74 at Farmer City. That is Friday night. The Fall Spring Shootout at Fairbury Speedway on Saturday, and the High Banks Heist at Eagle Raceway in Eagle, Nebraska on Thursday through Saturday of next weekend. So May 14th through the 16th. World of Outlaws, NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series action, the Morgan Cup at Williams Grove Speedway. That is going to take place Friday and Saturday. Arca Menard Series action, the General Tire at the Glen, Watkins Glen International on Friday night. Actually, Friday afternoon. That's going to be at 1:30 p.m. on FS2. I saw something that the haulers coming in yesterday or today, maybe it was today, that the grounds are real wet there and muddy, and they're having trouble parking all the haulers.
That's everywhere in the Midwest.
Yeah. We got the Firestone Indy Next Series in action this weekend. The Indianapolis Grand Prix race number 1 at the IMS Road Course. That'll be Friday at 4 p.m. Race number 2 will be Saturday at 2:30 p.m. And I believe that one will be on FS1. So the first race on Friday on FS2, Saturday's race on FS1 for the Indy Next Series. NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, the Bully Hill Vineyards 176 at the Glen at Watkins Glen. That'll be Friday at 4:30 on FS1. A lot of racing tomorrow afternoon, I guess. Call off work early. NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, the Mission 200 at the Glen. That will be Saturday at 4 o'clock on the CW. Then the Cup Series Go Bowling at the Glen at Watkins Glen International. That's going to be at 3 o'clock on Sunday on FS1. The NTT IndyCar Series proper, the Suncio Grand Prix at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Road Course will be Sunday at 4:30 on Fox. So a lot of racing this weekend. And then looking ahead to next week, the World of Outlaws Late Model Series Delaware Diamond Clash at Georgetown Speedway on Wednesday, May 13th. Then they have the Sandhill Showdown at Selens Grove in Pennsylvania on the 14th, next Thursday night.
Producer Dave said he can't do that because he doesn't have last week's comment.
He doesn't have what?
Last week's comment.
Oh, Dave. That's okay. We'll get it. We'll figure it out. Should we wrap the show up and figure it out, or should we just stall it and while I figure it out? You want to talk about stuff for about 5 minutes?
I think not.
What?
We'll just give him. We'll do it next week.
No, I'll do it after the show here because we'll have next week's as well. But we'll post the winner on Facebook and Twitter right after the show here. So, and then you will have 30 days to claim your Speedy sponsor sticker from Ron Miller Race Cars. Who that is, we will announce after the show. And 30 days to claim your pizza from Corner Slice Pizza. So there you go. How about we...
Clyde, Ohio.
In Clyde, Ohio. Yes, thank you. How about we do the giveaway here for the hashtag Speedy? If you haven't done hashtag Speedy, last call, give away the new sticker. Yeah, I didn't forget, John. We're good. I did not forget yet. We'll give away the Hammer Down Race Report sticker courtesy, again, of Speedy Graphics. Setting up shop down in Perrysburg, getting things going. Not quite ready for full production yet, so they don't even have a phone number in set up yet, I guess you could say. But we are operational enough for the Hammer Down Race Report stickers. If you would like one, again, slap on your car, become part of the Hammer Down Army. Get a hold of myself or Scott Warner. You can send me a message here on the Hammer Down Racing Report Facebook page. Find my personal Facebook thing. Send me there's lots of ways to get a hold of me. You'll figure, or you can leave a message on the Hammer Down hotline. Either way. If you can't get a hold of me, then you don't deserve a Hammer Down Racing Report sticker. Right, Ron? All right. Thanks to producer Dave Kemmer, contributors John Young, Matt Swander, Dean Henry, and Bob Stazak. Make sure to like us on Facebook. Follow us on X at Hammer Report. Follow us on YouTube. Listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Check us out at hammerdownracingreport.com. Official Hammer Down Racing Report apparel is available there. If you go to About and click on Store, that'll take you to the only officially licensed Hammer Down Racing Report apparel provider, our Zazzle store. If it's not from Zazzle, it's not officially licensed. So there you go. And that's at hammerdownracingreport.com. Make sure to rate and review us. Maybe not this show. Maybe one of our other shows. Share us with your friends. It helps us out. Thanks to our sponsors that put up with us each and every week. Oakshade Raceway, Ron Miller Race Cars, Magic Moment Entertainment, Dippin' Motorsports, Dominator Race Products. And thanks to our guest this week, Cale Thomase. And we wish him luck tomorrow night at Kokomo and Saturday as well. So we have high expectations for him, don't we? And I almost did forget to give away the Speedy thing, but I didn't because I'm not going to. So everybody has a 1 in 10 chance. So here we go. Let's do the Speedy, and then we'll get the hell out of here, and I'll post who our winner was here. So again, the Hammer Down Racing Report stickers back courtesy of Speedy Graphics. And here we go to determine this week's winner. Once again, you will have 30 days to pick up your sticker from Ron Miller Race Cars, which means I'm going to have to go drop it off over there. And the winner is Matt Swander. Congratulations, Matt Swander. You're going to have to make the trip from Indiana to come pick up your Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker, courtesy of Speedy Graphics. Again, can be picked up at Ron Miller Race Cars. And today is the 7th. So he is the first of the new logo winners. Congratulations. Are you still there, Ron? You're awfully quiet.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Wasn't sure if the phone was still working. So,
Battery's getting low, but I think we'll be okay.
All right, well, we're about done. I got 2 more lines here on my prep, and then we'll get the hell out of here. Again, a reminder about the Hammer Down Showdown. If you want to become a sponsor of that event coming up on September 26th, leave us a message. Call the Hammer Down hotline, 419-318-3081. I'll get back to you on that. $50 will get you in for a sponsorship. That's
minimum.
That is the minimum, correct. So if you want to go more, that's great. We're going to give you more publicity like our current sponsors, which you can see on hammerdownracereport.com, and also our Auto X. They're sponsoring the Fast Qualifier Award. Speedy sponsors Ron Miller Race Cars and the Ohio Sports Blitz. He's going to be knee-deep in football scores by the time we get to the showdown. So that's why he's in there as a sponsor. So that's going to do it for this edition of the Hammer Down Racing Report, and we'll put it out of its misery. We'll see you next Thursday at 7 o'clock. Hopefully we're trying to get Mike Vandermark Jr. rescheduled for next week. I'm not sure if he's available next week yet, but if not Mike, we'll have somebody just as exciting, I'm sure. So that's a wrap on show number 426 of the Hammer Down Racing
Report.
You have been listening to the Hammer Down Racing Report, available on demand on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting platform.